everyone. Blue skies are back. It's weird, grey on the top, but we've got brilliant sunshine and blue skies over yonder. Looks like a lovely morning. Very bright. So it's Wednesday today. Just on my way into the shop. We are 4 degrees, so a bit chillier than it was yesterday. Quarter to 8. Got to get some breakfast today. I think we've had loads of people messing around what with work and come in and go in, and or should I say not come in, booking in and then just not bothering. Really frustrating. So today I think I've got a Passat coming in, the white one that we did the head unit on and the reverse camera and the infotainment adapter. The guy's having an issue with the camera on the car, but the guidelines for the infotainment adapter are also like sporadically flashing up, so it's one of two. So unfortunately today is a bit of a freebie, and I've got to change him a camera and I've got to change him the infotainment adapter on warranty. Swap them both out and see if we can get it to stop being silly and messing about, and then the afternoon we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that the Passat doesn't take me too long to fix. We are at 2016 subscribers. Doing well. People supporting the channel, coming on board. Welcome everyone. If you're new, say hello. Get your comments down in the comment section. I'll help you where we can, or we can have a chat, or you know, a bit of banter, a bit of a laugh. Kids are off for a sleepover tonight at Grandma and Granddad's, so wifey and I have the night off. So I don't know. See what the weather's doing. Might go have some food this evening. Or I don't know. Might just fall asleep on the sofa. You know what it's like. But nevertheless, off to work. I'll speak to you in a bit. Hope you're good and well. See you soon.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning everyone. So we got the Passat in. We've got obviously cameras to do on this thing, front and back, and I'm swapping out the reverse camera. So we're just running through all the cabling into here. Camera's fitted. He's got a bit of a water leak there, a little bit of a rust spot. That's part of his dash camera, and we're just getting everything through the grommet there and then into the front. This is the one with a Pioneer in it. Obviously we're going to have a dash cam in the front as well. So we'll get to this in a bit with the infotainment adapter that's got to be swapped out. Hopefully it all goes to plan. See you in a bit. Right then, back here we go. So the camera's done. We've got new reverse camera, dash cam, all run through the grommets, into the car, and then in the front, I'll go on the other side. We have steering controls working. Pioneer in, front camera in, there's our reverse camera and parking sensors. So that's this one reading all the VW information. It goes back to normal. Right, hopefully I'll have no more issues with this and it will behave itself and the guy will have a nice time with it. Because usually these things are alright, but for some reason this one, well, the infotainment adapter threw a hissy fit. So I've replaced it all for him, so hopefully that'll be good and he'll have no more issues. Fingers crossed. Right. Done. Say hi everyone, my name's Sean.
No, because you'll put it in there.
So, hello everyone. We are doing a Mercedes. Sean is holding the camera, but he's not on camera shy.
That's what you're getting.
We've got an SL500.
1984.
90. Well, look at that. Do a walk around, nice and steady.
Oh, Jesus.
Beautiful gold. Hey, professional already. Look. You can get a job here, mate. You can.
We kill each other.
So we're putting in a Blaupunkt Bremen, the old radio with the modern touches. Obviously we've got digital radio going up here. 4 speakers have been replaced with kickers. So digital Bluetooth, all of the fun stuff.
There's one up there.
And we've got to then hide the mic up there. But we're just reworking all the wiring because it was a bit fresh. Shawnee, way there.
Huh?
Just going to do the pop test on that speaker. Just hold this down for us. That one there, mate.
And here's Sean.
It's red. Red? Yeah, good. So that one's positive. Thanks, mate.
Got ya. Thanks. He'll put it in as well.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
So we've got all 4 speaker changes, new head unit.
This is what came out.
Yeah, that's a lot. Gonna be lovely. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Press the top button and it will stop recording.
I sat nav off my motorbike.
So,
Route.
the rear speaker
Sat nav, you can't plan a route.
is something else.
It takes from A to B.
Look at that.
No, but you can do things called waypoints. That should
Wow.
No, it's not as easy. I tell you, on the Garmin's that we've got.
I'm going to take now. Turn the radio down, mate, so you don't get.
There you go. This is out.
Oh, on the. Sorry, can I have that radio? In the old box. Although actually, it's a lot bigger radio, isn't it, than the.
Here's what's left. Microphone hidden discreetly there. DAB there.
Right, everyone. Wednesday's done. Good to see Sean, catch up with him. We had a Mercedes GLA in as well. Had to look at the kicker stuff in there. All the cars are gone. Passat's been picked up. Mercedes is gone. The temperature's just plummeted. It's really like freezing cold. You can see your breath outside, so I'm not sure what's going on with the weather. Dan next door is saying we're expecting snow. Maybe, who knows. My suede has turned up, so we've got some material suede, which will hopefully be good enough for the kicker box. Some bits and bobs we're going to cover, so we'll see how this fares with bending 3 ways, 4 ways. It should be okay. It feels quite malleable as long as we can trim it. That looked quite nice. So like a red soft suede, so that's going to go on the box, the front covers. So material has arrived. There's one thing good to morning, everyone. It is a God, where are we at? Thursday today? Yeah, Thursday today. It's raining, as you can see. Comment section has been very alive. Thank you very much. Some good funny points, some useful points about the 240 plug, the 3-pin. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, mains electrics I'm not that hot on, hence why I don't do them. I do car electronics. What am I indicating? I can only go one way. I don't know. It's a Yeah, Thursday today we've got, I want to say a Jeep Commander, could be wrong. Some kind of Jeep is coming in today. She's bought a reverse camera and a screen online. Don't know how that's going to go, but we're fitting it. That's today, first thing. And then this afternoon I've got a Mark 1 Ford Focus, and we've got to do a fascia kit, some kind of radio with Bluetooth and digital radio maybe. She wanted the Pioneer SPH20, which has got the DAB and the Bluetooth, but evidently the crossing's over there. Don't walk across the main road, stupid. Evidently, looking at me like I'm a fucking nerd. Evidently, there is zero stock of Pioneer at the minute. So I've got her an SPH10, which is Bluetooth, but it doesn't have DAB. So I'll give her the option of a few, see what she wants to do with it. And go from there. Weekend, we are obviously working Saturday as normal, but Sunday I'm out with the family. We've got a day in London planned, 2 days in London. They don't know it yet, but I'm taking the girls to Legoland on Sunday, and we're going to do Harry Potter's kind of studio tour on Monday. So a little day off this weekend and do something with the family. It's kind of like a little present. We were supposed to do Harry Potter's studio tour back in October, actually at Faith's birthday, but obviously, as you know, me and Jess came down with COVID, so we couldn't go, so it's postponed till this weekend. God, time flies. And that's that. I need some food. I'm hungry this morning. Had a takeaway yesterday, a tandoori takeaway with like mixed grill and salad, naan, bread, chips, like loads of stuff. We didn't finish it all. There's a lot of food. I don't eat lamb, so I took care of the chicken and the prawns, and yeah, wifey had the lamb. But yeah, we had loads of food left. But the unfortunate thing was I ate a lot, so my sort of tummy got stretched last night, and I woke up this morning, laid a cable, cut a pipe off, drop the kids off at the pool, whichever way you want to call it, and yeah, now I'm starving, really hungry this morning. So we need coffee, we need food, and I'll talk to you when we get to the shop. See you soon. Morning everybody. So we've got the Mini back in. This is the one that's got the kicker stuff in it. So the customer noticed a battery drain. BMW had the car in, obviously straight away blamed the kicker product, the aftermarket stuff. So I basically just got to do some investigation. Obviously we've got our key up in here. I need to check that the dip switches are correct, as in it's not keeping awake when the car is off, which is a possibility. If the dip switches are correct and my powers are correct, then we may have an issue with a current draw on the car. But BMW have obviously blamed kicker and myself, so we're going to do some proper investigation work, check the kicker out. If it is the key, then, you know, sort it out, swap the kicker key, move the power, do what we need to do. If it isn't, I'm going to disconnect the key completely, go back to basics, look at the car's drawing capabilities, and then potentially give the car back to BMW with the key disconnected, so that they can see what the problem is. We have everything connected via a fuse in here, and obviously the key is behind there, so I'm going to get all this apart again, take that out and start from scratch. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay everyone, so we're in the Mini. Dash is off, as you can see. We have no power there at the minute, so the ignition is off. Amplifier is off, so we've got no power lights here, and the other side we've got no power lights there. Just move my torch so you can see it in the darkness. There we go. So we've got no power there, no power on the other side, right? So that amp is off. Correctamundo. It is set to not DC offset, it is set to 12 volt ignition or remote turn on. Obviously this doesn't have an amp output, so we're using a fuse off the ignition. Right, so the amp is definitely shut down, and I will read the information. See below, Alex. Standard current draw 12 volts connected and remote off is 0.8 milliamps, and idle current remote on is 440 milliamps. It seems to me that quite possibly that the installer is using DC offset to turn the amp on, and the dealership has a door open whilst measuring the current draw. Data bus would be on at this time, so the key amplifier is going to be actually on during testing. The 400 milliamp current draw seems to be very close to our idle current draw. This is another reply I had from Ken once he'd received the current draw info from R&D. It sounds like Colin also nailed the reason the tech is seeing a 400 milliamp current draw. The amplifier is on due to DC offset. I'd suggest running the test again whilst looking at the key's power to make sure that the LED is off. Also ensure the dip switches on the amp on the end panel is flipped to 12 volts just for the testing. If this is a kicker dealer, they can try swapping out the key 200.4 with another one from stock and doing the measurements again. Make sure the dip switches are all the same. If they're getting the same result, this can be assured neither amplifier is faulty, and obviously last result, you can pull the key amplifier from the vehicle, let the customer have a dead battery after 3 days, we'll know his problem is elsewhere. So what they're basically saying is, I have the dip switch set to DC offset, which is keeping the amplifier on during activities. Okay, now verify. Door open, door open. The car is kind of in standby mode, that's why we've got power lighting down here, but it's not actually doing anything. The ignition is currently off. My dip switch, which is this end one here, as you can see there, it's set to auto. What? Hello, we have just gone the Germans. The Germans are dealing with the amplifier. The auto turn on, which is the far left one here, is set to 12 volts on, not DC offset, which is the bottom one. I'm going to stop that accent. Right, so yes, we are set here, left side. DC is not on, we are on 12 volt ignition, and amplifier is currently residing as power off. That amp is not on. So, okay, amplifier is on, amplifier is off, wiring is correct, which means I did my job properly. Okay, so we definitely have a key which is shutting down with the car. Now, shits and giggles, let me activate the car. Power comes on, dash comes on. Right everyone, so there's our fuses back into the fuse board. So we've got our permanent live here and our ignition live here. This is obviously our remote turn on, and this is our permanent live. Amp power obviously is off at the minute, so if we turn ignition on, power comes on. Music. Ignition off. Amp goes to sleep. So what are they on about? Why is that drawing electric? Because it's not on. 100%. Lights are off. That thing is wired correctly, it's powered correctly, and it is going to sleep. Right, what to do? Back to you in a minute. So I tried my best, but we keep waking the car up. So we've got lights on, door lights are on at the minute, dash lights are on. I've got my little janky set up. Obviously this is how we do a parasitic draw check. So we're basically running jump leads off of the car on the earth terminal to the battery. So we kind of bridge out the circuit and the multimeter becomes part of it. So at the minute we're on 3.25 amps. That's its current draw because we've just woken the car up. So it went up to 7 amps. Obviously these meters are rated at 10. So you can't go any more than 10 amps, otherwise you melt your meter and your leads and everything else goes a bit shits up. So we've woke the car up, it went to 7, then it went to 4, now it's at 3 amps. We're going to let it shut down even further. Obviously I know that I did my job properly. We had the key wired up correctly and the dip switches are right. So what we want now is all of this blue stuff, the interior lights and everything else, just to go to sleep, and then the car will go back to a resting voltage. and from there we can then get an idea of how much current draw is being taken. Because we have the key still in, so the key is there, and obviously I've got my big power plug here. So once we get back down to a resting voltage, see what that is, and then I can unplug my key. If the resting voltage stays the same, we know the key is disconnected. The issue is with the car, not the amplifier. So we'll see what happens. Curious. I'll come back to you in a minute. Not going to let you sit and watch paint dry. Right everyone, afternoon. So it's just after lunch. Just finished having me pasta, chicken and bacon pasta, and I've got, just looking for a stereo key, there it is. We've got the Ford Focus in. So this girl just passed the test, bless her, wants a decent radio in the car. We can do that, can't we? So we've got proper original Mark 1. It's got the tape player in it. This is what we call a DIN and a quarter. Sorry, a DIN and 3/4. So it's not quite a double DIN. It's a bit bigger than a single. So we're going to take this one out, put a Pioneer in here with Bluetooth. So she's got a microphone up here. Non-digital radio. You know, the one with a phone holder, the SBH10. So we're going to do all that, get all that in there, keep it nice and cheap as possible. Ready for a driving career. See you in a bit. Right, there we go. This one's done. Fascia change, Pioneer radio in, microphone up there. All of the good stuff. We'll give her a ring, get her back, and we can set it up. Now, Mini is behaving. So, we've got everything powered back up. Oh, hiccup. I've done my checks. And I've got 0.01, so 0.01 milliamps, so 10 milliamps of drain, which is down to the alarm LED flashing, and I can measure that on the multimeter. Everything else is right as rain. So God knows. Right everyone, we're done for today, end of Thursday. Minnie's having a sleepover in here tonight. Not sure with regards to lighting or power or anything like that. It's behaving, it's doing what it needs to do. The only thing I would say is kind of expect all this to shut down, and maybe it's not. If the key is close enough to the car in the garage at home, I'm wondering if it's that keeping it active. Maybe, we shall see. But other than that, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.